In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you will be fine at your homes. I am Iqbal Ahmed, your English teacher. In the previous lecture, we talked about light in the night, and today we shall study our poem in the first unit, No. First of all, I would like to give you a brief introduction of the poem. The poem No has been written by Thomas Hood. He was the son of a London bookseller. At a young age, he became apprenticed to an engraver, but due to certain health issues, he left that job and started writing. He became the sub-editor of the London magazine. He also worked as a journalist. He was known in his lifetime for his comic verse, but it is his more serious poetry that is remembered even today. Now, if we look at the title of the poem, we see that the writer has chosen a single word for his poem, and that is no. Actually, the poem connects the idea of being cut off from nature and humanity during the month of November. Thomas Hood states that in the month of November, nothing happens. November is full of no's. As we read in the poem, no sun, no moon, no morn, no noon, no dawn, no dusk, no proper time of the day, and so on. This poem also associates the month of November with lack of positivity, because it lacks certain positive elements of humanity, sunshine, growth, etc. The poet says that there is no activity at all in the month of November. Nothing happens around, and so on. So, this is a brief introduction of the poem. Dear students, now let us talk about the theme of the poem. In this poem, Thomas Hood described the bleakness of a November day. A heavy fog obscures everything: the sun, the moon, the steeple, the roadways, the parks, even the faces of people on the streets. Travel ceases down because of fog. As a result, there are no mail deliveries and no ships arriving with news from foreign countries. Visitors stay away because the autumn has stripped the leaves from the trees, killed the flowers and fruits, banished birds, bees, and butterflies, and there is nothing left to cheer those venturing through the city. And if we talk about the tone of the poem, though the poem focuses on dreariness of a November day, but its tone is playful and light-hearted because of its exaggerations, its repetitions, and its extended pun. A series of lines beginning with no and a final one-word line, November. Similarly, alliteration also occurs frequently in the poem to enhance its appeal. to the ear. After having some words about the theme and the tone of the poem, now we shall study poem from our book. Our poem is No by Thomas Hood. No sun, no moon, no morn, no noon, no dawn, no dusk, no proper time of the day, no sky, no earthly view, no distance looking blue, no road, no street, no other side on the way. In these lines, the poet says that in the month of November, the weather is so dull that there is no proper time of the day. A heavy fog obscures everything, the sun, the moon, etc. We can not distinguish the right time of the day, whether it is morning or noon. We cannot distinguish between the dawn and the dusk. Dawn is basically first appearance of the light before sunrise, and dusk is the time before it gets dark. We cannot see the sky clearly. Similarly, no earthly view is visible. Roads and streets are also not clear. You cannot see even the other side of the road. Next, the poet says, no end to any row, no indications where the crescent go, no top to any steeple, no recognition of familiar people, no courtesies for showing them, no knowing them. First of all, I would like to tell you what a row is. A row is a narrow street lined with houses or buildings on both sides. Writer says that if you look in a narrow street, you cannot judge its other end. You can't see the buildings which are formed in shape of arc or crescent. It seems that they have disappeared. Similarly, the top of steeple is not visible also. Steeple is basically a tall pointed tower, especially on church. So writer says that most of the things are not visible in this condition. He also says that due to the fog, you cannot recognize even the faces of those people who are familiar to you. You don't show any kind of courtesy to them. Overall, life becomes dull and boring. We feel that life has become static and emotionless. In next lines, the poet says, no traveling at all, no locomotion, no inkling of the way, no notion, no go by land or ocean, no mail, no post, no news from any foreign coast. In these lines, the difficult words are locomotion, which means travel or movement. Inkling mean clue or hint, and notion means idea. In these lines, the poet says that in the month of November, traveling has ceased and the movement of people has also stopped. And when he says no inkling of the way, it means that you cannot see even the signboards and can't find the directions. You can't travel by land or by ocean. And because of fog, travel has ceased Consequently, there are no mail deliveries and no ships arriving with news from foreign countries. Next, the poet says, no park, no ring, no afternoon gentility, no company, no nobility. In this line, the word ring means a circular course in Hyde Park in London used for riding and driving. Similarly, courteous and well mannered society is called gentility. In these lines, the poet says that in the month of November, people stay away from inner rings of Regent's Park and Hyde Park, where elegant people get together, meet others, and exchange views. They also visit the parks to meet the people, to socialize them. But unfortunately, the weather conditions in the month of November do not allow them to visit these parks. They cannot enjoy the company of others. Next, he says, no warmth, no cheerfulness, no healthy ease, no comfortable feel in any member, no shade, no shine, no butterflies, no bees, no fruits, no flowers, no leaves, no birds, November. The poet says that in this month there is no activity all around, there is no happiness in the environment. Physically, people are not comfortable. Moreover, the autumn has stripped the leaves from the trees, killed the flowers, fruits, and it has banished birds, bees, and butterflies. So there is nothing left to cheer now in the month of November. Dear students, for exercises you have already been provided with notes. You can prepare your exercises from those notes. Thank you very much. Best of luck and goodbye.